There's not much he doesn't know about commodities, but I hope anyway, because he's going to help me understand what's going on when it comes to gold and to tin. Let's start with tin at the moment. The spot market has been cornered by an individual purchaser or a hedge fund. Why would they be doing it?
Well, obviously, this is probably an end user that's buying up these supplies. So they're buying the physical supply, it sounds like, and they also have forward contracts as well. The exchange seems awful calm about it. I guess they say it's not a big deal. I mean, it's clearly, tin prices are still well below the record highs that we saw even a year ago, I think in May, around 26,000 a ton. So prices aren't really that high yet. But anytime you have any one entity cornering the market like this, I think it raises some eyebrows, and obviously we don't know who this end user is, but really I don't think it can be any one investor or company investing in this. It has to be an end user that's going to actually use these physical supplies. It's
got an air of, like, you know, the Hunt brothers in the 1980s.
And that didn't turn out so good.
No, this was a famous case of trying to corner the silver market, which was disastrous for everyone involved, particularly then.
True, and one of the problems with that was that the exchange actually put a force majeure on it and basically created an only selling environment, and that forced the market back down. So that really was manipulated by the exchange.
But you've used a key word there, manipulation. If it is an end user who needs tin, that is one thing. They need it, they're going to buy it, they're going to take advantage. But if it is a speculator or a hedge fund arbitraging and hedging the market, that's manipulation if you buy the lot. It's like I can think of another example. There's the bond dealer in Solomon Brothers in the 1980s who bought every bond that was up for sale.
Well, this is what we're seeing a lot of the new regulations in the U.S. The calls for that, of course, with the grain markets last year. And now we're seeing the action of the CFTC coming in and basically causing selling in the wheat market ahead of that. So we're seeing it. Regulatory agencies are trying to work on this, but it's very tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I've got now let's talk about gold. I've got a vision of Goldfinger sitting somewhere going, gold.
I love gold. Yeah.
Let's do that again.
I love gold, yeah. Just like
I love gold, yes. No.
Like Austin Powers as a Dr. Evil or something, yeah.
I love gold. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, it absolutely is. Look, we are seeing pervasive weakness in the dollar. The story in the Independent here in London helped fuel that to probably the next level, but we've been expecting this for a while, gold to ratchet up above the $1,000 mark. Of course, last time we saw it up here, it didn't really quite make it past 1050. This time it may make it as high as 1100. There is a lot of momentum behind it.
How much of it, though, is all about the dollar's weaknesses? How much of it is about inflation? How, you know, what I can't understand, and I need you to help me, is this just financial ease going in circles? Or is there something really going on here?
Yeah, I think there is something really going on. And actually, the point is we don't have inflation yet. We have deflation right now. We have fears of inflation going forward. And what we're seeing is people are adjusting their portfolios, saying, I've got to hedge myself against this falling dollar. One of the few places they can do that is commodities. And one of the favorites in the commodities area, whether for better or for worse, is gold.
You hold gold. I need to make this absolutely clear in the avoidance of conflict of interest. You hold gold,
No
don't you?
tin, but gold, yeah.
You hold gold, not tin. So you're not buying all the tin?
I'm not the guy buying the tin, and I didn't put the story in the Independent either. But yeah, we look at gold as a good part of our portfolio as a hedge against dollar weakness. We have to hedge ourselves in something.
Gold. All right, thank you very much. Many thanks. It was lovely to have you coming and talk to us. Now, the market numbers from Wall Street require our attention. These are the way the numbers have closed. Stocks in Europe slipped back on this session. The numbers look droopy after Tuesday's big gains. Banks and oil stocks are lower as crude retreats somewhat. It follows a very strong day for Asian stocks. The rise in metal prices boosted asset values across that region. So far, so good. You're up to date with the way the markets are trading and the way things have been looking. The news headlines now. Fionnuala Sweeney is at the CNN News Desk.
Richard, a legal cloud has now descended on the Italian Prime Minister's legal future, but a spokesman says Silvio Berlusconi will not resign. Italy's constitutional court undid a law that was protecting the Prime Minister. Paula Newton joins us now from Rome with the court's decision. Paula.
Well, Fionnuala, Berlusconi has now confirmed himself that he will not be stepping down. The Constitutional Court a few hours ago ruled that, in fact, Berlusconi is no longer immune, that he can face perhaps as many as 3 pending trials. These are very serious allegations of influence peddling, corruption, bribery, all wrongdoing that the Prime Minister denies. Having said that, coming out today, Fionnuala, strangely enough, He was with one of the top cardinals from the Catholic Church viewing an art exhibit entitled Power and Grace, and no doubt both things on his mind as he came out incredibly angry, saying that this ruling was politically motivated, that it would be a burden on Italians, but not a burden on him. He said that, in fact, it couldn't touch him. He says he will continue on. He will now try and mobilize Italians who support him. It was really quite an anger-filled speech as he came out, saying that, look, these judges are politically motivated. And Fionnuala, you have to say that this is a person, Berlusconi, has been battling with judges in courts in Italy for years. This, Fionnuala, now is a declaration.